What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Wonder Woman 3 being confirmed, but also talk about some release date predictions. So funny enough, I actually already made a video talking about a Wonder Woman 3, but this became, a confirmed thing. So it's like, all right, I need to kind of reshoot this. And in that video that you'll never see, though, I did talk about, when this movie could come out, what makes sense for it, if it being too far off could kind of hurt it. So I want to talk about a lot of those things here in this video. As always, if you guys have not already, make sure you are subscribed to this channel, hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. And also, if you're not subscribed to my second channel, Podcast Now Plus is its name, link for it is in the description below. I actually reviewed Wonder Woman yesterday on that channel, and if you guys have been on this channel, you'll have seen I've talked about a couple different things about this movie over the last couple days. So it's confirmed, it's going to happen. Now, they talked about the fact that this is like record-breaking numbers in terms of HBO Max. This was always something that I was interested in, like, would they talk about it, because we don't, we've never had something like this happen before, where a movie comes out in theaters but also comes out same day on a subscription service. So do you count the new subscribers as going just towards that movie? Do you get like a quote-unquote box office number, right? Does the movie make 600 million, 700, like, how do you know those things? And it seems like they're not necessarily going to tell us, right? We know how much it'll make in theaters. It'll probably top out around 120, 140, 150 million, which isn't terrible considering the landscape, but we know from what they've even said in their official post, right, that this broke numbers on HBO Max. They expect it to continue to do well over the next coming weeks, not just over like this past weekend. And Wonder Woman 3 is confirmed. So remember, Gal Gadot was very not, obviously she said she was willing to do it, but she said only if, it was a good script, only if Patty Jenkins would return. Remember, Patty Jenkins, there were rumors, I don't even know if this was a confirmed thing, but there was definitely rumors that she was saying that she wouldn't come back unless there was a plan for it to go to movie theaters, right? I mean, Chris Nolan is probably the #1 supporter of movie theaters, but it seems like Patty Jenkins is kind of right there with him, where it's like she wants people to see these movies in theaters. And again, no matter how you want to judge her movies, I do respect that. I do like movie theaters. I don't want them to go extinct. So hopefully, we don't know that. We don't know behind the scenes what kind of contractual things were talked about, but I assume, considering, again, it seemed like she wouldn't do it unless they did say, okay, we're going to put this out in theaters. And it's so far away when this movie's going to come out, which we'll talk about in a second. It's so far away that, hopefully things are better, or hopefully, who knows what even is going on around that time, right? So here's the deal. The movie's confirmed. It's going to, and we know Patty Jenkins has said even in the past, like, it's going to take place in present day. This is officially it. They even said that in the release, which was an interesting thing. We haven't really gotten to this point with any other DC movie, right? Because they're all trying to do their own thing, or they're trying to do things in general, but we've never had a movie franchise. So far, Aquaman will be the next one that has more than one film in it, right? So they said that this will be the last one. So it's a trilogy. It was a planned trilogy from the start by what they said, and that this will end off, what they're doing here. Now, does that mean, she can't appear, Gal Gadot can't appear as Wonder Woman and other things? Maybe, but we'll have to see how it all goes. And, you look at also like her age, she's 35. You look at when this movie could come out, God knows when, right? But again, we'll talk about it. Maybe you do kind of put a cap on and say, all right, we had our run, that was fun, and let's go forward here. So let's talk about this. So Patty Jenkins is a busy lady, right? In fact, about 2 weeks ago, it was announced that she would be doing a new Star Wars movie, right? Star Wars Rogue Squadron, which will be the next Star Wars movie in theaters. Kind of odd that that'll be the next one, and kind of odd that there's not going to be one bigger than that before it, and kind of odd that they're doing this one in general. Now, this is a bad idea, because I do think, Rogue Squadron could actually be good, but she's doing that. She is a director of it. There's actually no confirmation, the writer or the producer of that film. Even on like her own Wikipedia, it's like to be announced. So she's the director of that. She's also the director and producer of Cleopatra. She's not writing it, but she's the director and producer. And obviously Gal Gadot is I switch it. I kind of switch it for fun, by the way, because I like saying Gal Gadot, but I understand, I'm pretty sure she calls herself Gadot. But anyway, she is starring in Cleopatra, and that movie comes out in 2022. Now, Star Wars Rogue Squadron comes out in 2023. So, she even talked about when she was talking about the whole present day thing and the whole idea of what the movie could even entail, like what kind of world we're going to be in and what kind of world Diana will be living in. She talked about that, and in that kind of post, she had even said that, she had other things being worked on or other things planned. She didn't think she'd be able to do it right away. And she also wants to kind of sit with it and see if anything would change. She's not like set in stone with any like particular idea. But now, she's got things, filled up. As of right now, I don't see anything in terms of television, in terms of anything else that she's doing. But for film, again, Cleopatra is in 2 years, and then Star Wars is in 3 years. And we know that, I believe, is December of 2023. Okay, so that's 3 full years away. So you got to imagine that those are the next 2 things she's doing, and because they're only a year apart, she'd probably, in terms, obviously, when the movies come out, you have to think about when they're being written, when they're being, actually produced, like actually filmed and all that stuff. So obviously those kind of lag a few years behind, but you imagine she's probably pretty busy, like, unless they film this thing in 2021, which doesn't sound right, because they're going to do probably Cleopatra in 2021. Unless they're doing that, she's busy for the next couple of years. So I know everybody's kind of been throwing around 2024 or 2025. I think that makes sense. I don't necessarily, the longer that these things go, I'm not the biggest fan of that, right? Like, if this movie comes out around holidays of 2024, 4 years after this movie, okay? And now the difference between this movie and the last movie was 3 years, so not the biggest thing ever. At the same time, well, actually, technically it was 3.5, because Wonder Woman came out in June, okay? So it was 3.5 years, but remember, this was supposed to come out much earlier, so it would have been 3. In fact, I think it was originally supposed to be 2.5 years before they pushed it. It was supposed to come out last Christmas period. So, 4 years, 5 years, I guess it's fine. This movie obviously is pretty split amongst people. I just feel like probably for a situation like they're in, when it is a trilogy, you kind of, not that you want to like get it out there and to just like in the way I'm saying, right? So to kind of like finish it off, but in the way that they're doing it, I would say sooner the better. But at the same time, you gotta, no rush for it, right? Obviously, you don't want them to rush it, and she's got other things to do. So, Gal Gadot, again, she's 35. I know age isn't the biggest deal in the world, but, the longer it goes, the older she's gonna be, and the older she's gonna be getting. And also, these movies in general, like, I wouldn't say they would have worked better a little while ago. I feel like we've talked about the CG and the action, stuff like that. I feel like they are lagging behind current times of, like, what maybe we would expect to see on screens for that. So maybe time will help them. Maybe going, more years can help them figure it out. Again, I mean, she's doing a Star Wars movie, so we'll have to see how that one all works out. But I am excited. I've said it before. I do like Wonder Woman 1984. I don't love it. I think there's 1,001 problems with the movie, but I absolutely would sign up, right, to see a Wonder Woman 3. Hopefully, sooner the better. I mean, I don't want to wait 5 years. 2025, like, if it keeps going on from there, right? No, I mean, at that point, too, like, I get they want to announce it and they're riding high off of this wave of the movie coming out, but at the same time, there's just, I don't know, it's like a game when it gets announced 5, 6, 7 years before the game comes out. Is it really necessary? Do you really need to do that? No, not really. You're kind of just doing it to get people excited. Movies, yeah, we do know about movies years and years before they come out, way sooner than we know about games, but like, I don't know, like, if this comes out 5 years from now, was it really necessary to talk about it right now? That's obviously up to the person. So let me know, guys, in the comments below, what do you think? Which year do you think this movie will come out in? I hope 2024. I will say that. I think 2024. I hope 2024. But let me know in the comments. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed, have the bell icon turned on so you know all these videos go up. Again, if you guys want to see my review of this movie, I did first half spoiler free, and then second half I talked about the spoilers. You can subscribe to my second channel, Podcast Now Plus. The link for that is in the description. Would love to have you guys over there as well. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. I hope to see you all on the next video.